Hello, Beatle lovers everywhere. As you saw in the title, I wanted to express my feelings for this cover. If you want to see more about them, you're more than welcome to go on my other videos and take a look at them, like my first date, second, and third, and so forth. But I wanted to start a thread here. Since it's the 50th anniversary of this album being released, and how much it's actually the sole reason why I got into Beatle collecting, as not just with their music, of course, but as a collecting in general. I wanted to start a thread and say, how did you acquire your Beatles Butcher cover? And if you haven't, then what are your plans, or how did you hear about it? Like, what was the first really experience that you had with the the controversial cover, I should say? Let me know. I love to see videos. I love you showing your Butcher cover and doing an experience, like how you first heard about it. And I wanted to kind of start this off and say how I heard about it was I was just in school, and I started really liking them. I saw the Beatles anthology. My dad took me to a record store, and there was a Butcher cover. It was a first date. Now, me being naive at that time and really didn't understand the collectability of these items, I was like, oh, well, there's so many first dates. Oh, well, it's not that important, because, I mean, I went to my first record store, and there and behold, he had a first date Butcher. And that was the first and last time I saw one until I acquired this one right here. So I started diving a little bit more and more, and because I got like straight A's, my dad actually bought me one year, and it was a pretty beat up one. It was a second state, so it was something like this, and it had like peel problems. Like somebody started peeling it, and it came all the way, and it kind of encompassed Paul McCartney's head a little bit, and it was pretty bad. But I was very, very thankful because it was my first Butcher cover. So one night, my dad and I started peeling it, and yeah, it was a great experience to peel it. I wouldn't recommend it by any means, because pardon the pun, I butchered my Butcher. But that started me off on the quest on getting the collectibles here. So I've had I've had 7 Butcher covers in my life, including these 3. Some of them I had to haggle. I was talking to Joe. I am up for haggling in every which way sense of the word. But I just wanted to show you and kind of express how much I really like this. This was the album that started me in collecting. My ultimate goal as a kid was trying to get a first date. That's heaven, I guess. So I was surprised when my wife did buy me one finally, and it was a great experience. But I just wanted to show you some of the things. This is the first time this book right here was actually the first time I ever saw the Beatles Butcher cover. I had no idea what it was. My mom had a trunk cover, which it wasn't a second state, but I had no idea, and it was just really, really a neat experience. These were some of the pictures that I saw of the Butcher cover back in the day. And these are this is Bruce Spizers' guide. And here are I had to buy some of the CDs and so forth. But I just want to know. I wanted to start a thread and ask you, how did you acquire yours, or how did you hear about it? If you only heard about it over the internet, fine. Please express it either in the comments or give me a video. Or if this is the only one you have, I love hearing about it and hearing your thoughts. I mean, this is a great cover, and I'm really glad to see that it hit 50 years old. It's going to be 50 on June 20th. The first states and the second states are actually going to hit 50 on June 15th. But they, of course, well, I mean, they recalled it on. It was supposed to come out on June 15th of 1966, but of course, with the controversy, you can definitely read about it more online. But it did actually push it back the 5 days to June 20th. So during this month, the 50th anniversary, I wanted to share a video and see what you guys were thinking. So happy anniversary!